Hometown Valemount is more than just the place I grew up. Family roots go back to before the town existed. It's the place I learned to mountain bike. And it's still the place I come home to see my family. It's the people, the community, the mountains, and the trails that keep me coming back home long after I've moved away. I'm Angie McKirdy, and I'm from Valemount, BC.
I thought I'd try it this year. Corn generally doesn't grow here, but it's been a pretty hot summer. Crazy. So the bike park is on the same mountain. Like we're kind of at the base of McKirdy Mountain. And the bike park is, kind of on the other side of McKirdy Mountain. But it was named McKirdy Mountain because of my great-grandpa.
So it started with Jeannie when Jeannie was started competitively biking.
I spent probably the years between 2002 to 2013 when I moved back here, racing internationally and nationally. Yeah, raced some World Cups and World Championships and across Canada, and had some really good adventures. I mean, when I started, there were so few girls racing, and Valemount, the Valemount High School was a bit of an anomaly because there were so many girls in the club.
100% because my sister was into it. That was the reason why I got into mountain biking. It never really occurred to me that it was something that was impossible or that was something hard for me to do, because I could see my sister out there mountain biking all around the world and competing on this world stage. Same with my mom too. My mom would be going on these big cycling trips all around BC and Alberta, and it was definitely because of those strong female role models that I got into cycling.
We went to do my favorite trail yesterday and I crashed on my face. I was like, let's do this one, it's my favorite trail.
It bit you in the face.
I had to kiss the ground. I loved it so much.
Our family's been here for over 100 years. Yeah, Grandpa came before the railroad, and he worked for the forestry. He was the forest ranger for this huge district. So our family's seen all that change from before even the railway went through. There are certain things that I lament about maybe the modern day or changes, but basically you gotta, maybe you try and influence it to make the kind of change you want, but I mean, change is gonna happen no matter what.
During when the mill was running, the village, they were planning to have a population of 15,000 people here. And a lot of the infrastructure, I'm told, reflects that. And then the mill closed, and that just everything just fizzled out. And it stayed 1,000 people for the last 20 years.
Just seeing everyone leave, I think. Lots of friends of mine have lost their jobs and have to go to different towns to get jobs. So it makes things a lot harder.
My only source of income right now is BC Ambulance, and that is $2 an hour for pager pay. I am paid well when I do get a call, but calls are sketchy.
My name's Curtis Pollock. I'm the general manager of the Vail Mountain Area Recreation and Development Association, better known as VARDA. I went to the Vancouver Outdoor Sportsman Show in probably 2012. We're standing there and, you know, we're around all these amazing businesses and all these people, and all people cared about was if we had mountain biking. And we came back going like, you know, what can we do to fix this? How do we address this? Is this something we want to address? But also what I brought back was the people asking me those questions. You know, they weren't 14-year-old kids. You know, these were business professionals. These were doctors and lawyers and, you know, people that had their shit together. Bikes aren't cheap, but they wanted to travel and they wanted to come spend their money. How do we take it?
Forestry is a little bit harder to mix with tourism because, you know, logging's not pretty. It's just not pretty.
With Valemount, I kind of hope that maybe it can be both of those things at the same time, that both can end up contributing to what the community is.
Then I had the job, I was gung-ho, of course, being a lifelong bike guy, and then I had the job of telling a bunch of business owners and snowmobilers that mountain biking could really help the future of Valemount. They were positive but skeptical.
The first trail was all built with hand tools only. I didn't even have a chainsaw then, and now we're building with, you know, 2 different excavators, compactors, chainsaws, and crews to help out.
All the resources.
Yeah,
a lot more resources.
A lot more resources.
No chainsaw. Yeah, I guess if you're 14 when you built the...
Yeah, I had a Swede saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that like a silky?
Yeah. My name's Andreas. I'm from Valemount, BC. I've been building trail here since I was 14. And that's about all there is. I can't really say I'm a founder because I'd give the credit to Tony Parisi with the horses. You know, the first horse trail was the real first true mountain bike trail that we rode.
But no one knew Valemount existed, right? No one in our kind of realm, the outdoor realm, except for the winter side of things maybe, but no one came to Valemount in the summertime. I always look at it as, you know, you've done something right if you can get people to come north of Kamloops.
It just was so outside of the realm of normal. You know, bikes were more for transportation. I mean, God, even yet when I look at Angie's pictures, you know, she's perched on top of a great big boulder on her bike.
I think a lot of communities struggle with privatized logging, whereas we have this community forest that, you know, it's all about the community. And in our case, they're working very closely with tourism groups to promote it. You know, that they're building roads where it helps recreation rather than putting blocks in where it wrecks recreations.
Yeah, it's changed quite a bit. I mean, it used to be more of like an industry town, like mostly forestry and lumber.
We went from a ghost town where you didn't even see your friends that often to somewhere where, you know, everybody's outside, the streets are busy, the businesses are busy, and every second truck going down the street has a load of bikes on it.
It's thanks to the amazing people that stayed in that community and just pursued that with like all of their efforts and full passion. And like I remember like 10 years ago, Andreas was like, yeah, any fundraiser, anything you want, sell it, like do a bake sale, like this is happening, like, you know, he was like so much enthusiasm for it, and nothing's changed. He still like completely believes in the project.
Get that high line. Got my escape plan.
Last year, we started building the second parking lot. This year, that second parking lot's full and we need a third. Like if you can't keep up with building parking lots, you know you have something good.
I feel like something that's really special about Valemount is the wide demographic that use the trails. Like, I find it's just really cool to see people of all ages, and like really all ages, and a lot of different backgrounds, or like whatever tools it is that they have.
And I've said it for years, like I believe Valemount's future is in our trails, and it's not just mountain bike trails, hike trails, you know, bike trails, walking trails. I think that's our future here, and we're starting to get buy-in. People are starting to see the benefit.
Valemount will always be home to me. It has my family, my roots, and my community. It's this perfect little valley in the mountains, and I hope I'll always see it evolve so that everyone around me can come and visit the valley and see how special and magical it is.